What is the big difference here, like finding a happiness or chasing a happiness?
And happiness, that happiness is within you, around you. You don't have to chase outside. Actually, I have touched in my book also fear and comparison. ये दो ऐसी चीजें हैं जो रोड ब्लॉक है happiness में. Fear and comparison are two big enemies of happiness. If you want to live with happiness, you have to shed fears, you have to overcome your fears and avoid comparisons.
तो ये जो दो ट्रैप है ना, बिग फियर एंड कंपैरिजन, इससे हम कैसे निकले?
So you have to accept your fears and then try to solve them. Posting me on media, you're trying to show I am very happy. You're trying to show something which any sensible people can sense it is fake. It's not real.
Gratitude and appreciation is the two most important pillar.
But gratitude is one thing which really makes you happy. So that will be a message to Gen Zs also. Never forget gratitude. That's a
Yes.
very. In fact, as I said, that is, itself will give you peace of mind and happiness.
हेलो एवरीवन, दिस इज शांति कार्की, योर टुडेज होस्ट। आज के इस एपिसोड में हम उस गहरे सवाल को छूने वाले हैं जो हर एक इंसान के दिलो दिमाग में कभी ना कभी ज़रूर आया होगा कि हम खुश क्यों नहीं हैं जबकि हमारे पास सब कुछ है। जॉब है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ हम जो निभा रहे हैं, करियर भी अच्छा चल रहा है, बट स्टिल हमें कहीं ना कहीं लगता है कि कुछ ना कुछ अधूरा है और कुछ ना कुछ खालीपन सा है। तो यही सवालों के जवाब आज हम ढूंढने वाले हैं मिस्टर योगेश गुप्ता के साथ। मिस्टर योगेश गुप्ता, a man who nearly spent 40 years in a top corporate world, in a top positions, prestigious, pressure, everything was fine. But all of a sudden, he stopped chasing everything and he went towards to find the true happiness. A warm welcome to you, sir. So, before we dive deep into this book, I want to say that the title itself says it's very simple, deep, and truthful. Living with happiness. So, here nowadays, the people are searching, they are chasing the happiness, they are not living with it. Right. So, I have a direct question to you, sir. Where, when did you realize that you have achieved all the success, but still somewhere it was not fulfilling you?
Well, my corporate journey is divided into two parts. Part one was in sales, where I spent almost 28 years in frontline position, area level leadership, regional level leadership, and then training and development. In first phase, yes, I was a high achiever most of times. I could achieve awards, recognition, international trips, all that. However, I was always feeling that was not my ultimate goal in life. I was always impressed with simple things in life, used to observe people, observe my team, used to take interest in their affairs, how they are able to build up their capabilities. And that used to really give me happiness and peace.
Okay, so that's good to hear. So, in the age of 8, like you lost your father, and it was really a very huge loss that any child can't bear. And at that time, at that phase of your life, your mother held your hand and she showed you the way. She gave you the strength. So, like, what actually she motivated you? Like, how she held you and the situation?
Well, my mother was a very simple lady. She joined job uh, when I lost my father and was to raise up me and my two elder brothers. We all three were in studies. So that was a tough period. But she had a good belief in God. She had simple habits, high sense of discipline, sacrifice, and ability to keep calm even in tough situations. And she was very determined to see that we, her sons, are not able to study but keep good values in life. And all these are qualities, really helped shape what I am today and my values.
Yeah. Okay. So, you have worked in so many top world companies from the past 30 years. So, when you were at the peak of your career, so were you truly happy, sir? Or like it was like one more achievement, yeah, one more target.
To be honest, I was happy whenever I used to get achievements, awards. It used to give happiness, no doubt about it. And frankly, I always had one habit of living in present. So whenever I used to feel happy. However, it's a fact in sales. You are good as today. You know,
Okay.
Yesterday achievements are like a old newspaper.
Exactly.
So it was like that. One achievement, then next year begin, next target, and you chase it. You go for it. So that was sort of, cycle. And somewhere you start realizing, yes, what after this? Is it ultimate?
So it was like I heard you were very happy in the, you'll be getting awards and you'll be, felicitated. Like, why you felt like you have to quit that job and you have to find the happiness? I'm just curious.
Frankly, it was by not by choice, it was by circumstances. When I was regional manager, my division was closed due to some reasons. And I had options to either move out in other organizations where I had good experience for that, or to take up new role. And I prefer to take up new role of training and development in the L&D department of my organization. And I learned the trades, try to learn the trades and do my job. And I'm happy to say with support of the ecosystem we had in our organization, people, I was able to gel very well. And for the next 11 years, I was a front runner in training and development, training salespeople, build their capabilities, coaching, frontline managers, how to manage their teams, get best out of that. All that you really used to give me, good sense of pride and happiness, which was something not there in sales, although it was having more of, glamour. Sales is always a glamorous
Yes.
role. But in training development, you are not in glamour, but you touch people somewhere inside. And that is a thing which gives you real pleasure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was your main motivation to lead this. Okay. So I have another question, like your the book title, "Living with Happiness," not chasing with happiness. So I just want to ask, what is the big difference here, like finding a happiness or chasing a happiness?
Very good question, actually, because most of us throughout life, we keep on chasing happiness. बट आई लाइक टू टेक यू द ओल्ड स्टोरी. हमारे रामायण में एक स्टोरी है. भगवान राम जब वन में थे तो माता सीता ने उनसे कहा, एक सोने का हिरन देखा, इसको लाने के लिए कहा उन्होंने. भगवान राम उसके पीछे भागे.
Okay.
एंड द मोर ही चेस्ड हिम इट, farther it went. He could never took that heron. Same thing is happiness. The more you run after it, the more you try to chase it, farther it will look. You will not get happiness. Actually, happiness is something which you live with it day in, day out. So that is why I say, let us not chase happiness. Live with happiness. And that happiness is within you, around you. You don't have to chase outside. So that's the difference, I say, chasing happiness and living with happiness.
Okay. So I hope you have find your right path, and maybe you are a very happy person now, right?
Yes, I am happy.
Okay.
Of course, like everybody else, I also pass through tough times, good times. It's a cycle in life.
Okay.
But most of the time, I remain happy.
So I have a question, like to my listeners, if at all they want to get a job and they think that I have been settled now, so what would you prefer them, like is it a true happiness, or they are just assuming that I have to be happy with this job and with this life cycle?
See, job, everybody needs a source of livelihood. But whether it is a job or a business, one has to do karma. कर्म सबको करना है, तभी फल मिलेगा. बट उस कर्म के साथ क्या हम रियलाइज कर रहे हैं कि हम क्या कर्म कर रहे हैं, किसके लिए कर रहे हैं, और एट द एंड ऑफ डे डज इट गिव अस हैप्पीनेस, सेटिस्फैक्शन? That will be much beyond than tangible gains which you get from the job.
Yeah.
So I'll say we need to be really conscious of all this. Then only we can live with happiness, and happiness in turn will increase your productivity in the job also you are doing. You will be able to do your job even better if you are doing with happiness.
Exactly. That is the main point here.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to know, what is the difference between the fear and the difference between the comparison, the big fear and a comparison.
Actually, I have touched in my book also, fear and comparison, ये दो ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो रोड ब्लॉक है हैप्पीनेस में. And as a human being, all of us suffer from one other type of fear. If I say fear, the fear can be of various types. Uh, Fear can be a fear of failure. Like if you are going for an interview and you are thinking कि मैं इंटरव्यू में पास होऊंगा कि नहीं, क्वालिफाई कर पाऊंगा नहीं कर पाऊंगा. If you are thinking about that outcome, what will happen? You will develop unnecessary anxieties.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that anxiety will lead to stress in mind. And stress will cause unhappiness. And not only that, it may happen that on the final day of interview, you may not be able to give what you are capable of.
It gives the low confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you may end up losing the interview actually. It happens many
Exactly.
times.
Yes.
Because your whole focus was fear of losing rather than preparing with confidence. Another fear can be fear of losing, somebody, something. Fear of compassion. Here again, I will give example from a scripture, Mahabharata. Arjuna was a great warrior of his time. लेकिन जब अर्जुना फर्स्ट डे फील्ड में गए और भगवान कृष्ण उनके सारथी थे, तो उन्होंने देखा कि सामने कौन खड़े हैं. सारे उनके गुरु, उनके संबंधी, सगे,
हाँ जी.
उनके दोस्त सब थे. तो ही वॉज फुल ऑफ फियर. What was that fear? The fear of compassion. He was having compassion for all of them. And he was so unhappy and disappointed, he said, I will not fight. Because even if I win after killing these people, what will I achieve in life? Is it a win? So he kept his everything. It was only when Bhagwan Krishna gave him the inspiring message
Yeah.
that do your karma for the sake of saving dharma.
Okay.
Then only he fought and fought to win. So fear of losing something, fear of compassion is also sometimes enemy in the road of happiness.
Okay.
And if I say comparison, yes, another big threat to happiness is comparison. And in today's life, which is full of materialistic things, we all are comparing day in, day out. See, you will find people, मेरे पास एक कार है, पड़ोसी के पास 2 कार हैं, मेरे पास 3 BHK हाउस है, उसके पास 4 BHK है, उसने एक प्लॉट भी बुक कर लिया है.
हाँ.
ये क्या है? दिस कंपैरिजन ना. आई एम नॉट हैप्पी विद माई possessions. I am more concerned about the neighbor.
Exactly.
I am comparing all the time. And what is the outcome? I am not able to enjoy the thing which I possess. I am only comparing from him. And once you have this habit, you will never be happy in life. Whatever you may achieve, you will never be happy. So comparison is like a trap. You are in a trap. Once you start this, you will not be capable to come out of it. It will become your habit.
Yeah.
So I'll say fear and comparison are 2 big enemies of happiness. If you want to live with happiness, you have to shed fears, you have to overcome your fears and avoid comparisons. Because God has given life package to all of us. I'll say each one has a life package. My life package is different from your life package.
Yeah.
And all life packages have some plus and minuses. Like we say, you cannot choose your parents. You cannot choose your teacher. You cannot choose your boss.
Yeah.
You cannot choose your life package also. Isn't it interesting?
Yeah, yes,
आप
it's
अपना
true.
लाइफ पैकेज चूज नहीं कर सकते.
नहीं, sir.
जो गॉड ने दिया लाइफ पैकेज आपके साथ थ्रू आउट लाइफ वही चलेगा.
बिल्कुल.
नाउ द बेस्ट थिंग इज हाउ बेस्ट यू आर एबल टू लीवरेज द प्लसेस ऑफ दैट लाइफ पैकेज फॉर योर बेनिफिट. दैट इज योर स्किल. लाइफ पैकेज चेंज नहीं कर सकते आप लाइफ कभी भी. सो अवॉइड कंपेरिजन्स. सो आई विल से बोथ फियर एंड कंपेरिजन्स आर बिग एनिमी ऑफ हैप्पीनेस.
Okay. So इसको ये जो 2 ट्रैप है ना, बिग फियर एंड कंपैरिजन, इससे हम कैसे निकले? हाउ कैन वी गेट फ्रॉम दिस ट्रैप?
सी अगर हम बात करें फियर की, तो फियर के लिए सबसे पहले वी नीड टू एक्नॉलेज एंड एक्सेप्ट आवर फियर्स.
ओके.
Suppose in my age, if I am not finding comfortable to drive my car in the night, I have to accept it.
Yes.
I cannot drive car in the night the way I used to drive 10 years back. It's a fact at my age.
Yes.
So I have to accept this fear. That is first thing.
Okay.
Acknowledge it. And then third thing is to solve it. Now I can take help of my son who also drive car,
Yeah.
or I can take a cab.
Yeah.
There are ways and means. Or if possible, I improve my reflexes, if possible, at my age. So you have to accept your fears and then try to solve them. And take help of whosoever can help you.
Okay.
And second thing is, I think you need to have compassion for yourself. Sometimes we feel guilty of our fears. Like if I feel guilty that yeah, I cannot drive car at 9 o'clock in the night, the way I used to drive till midnight 10 years back, I should not feel guilty. It's a part of aging.
Aging.
I have to accept it gracefully.
Yes.
It's a part of aging, no? Why
Exactly.
should I feel guilty of it? So I should have compassion for myself also. Before having compassion for others, we should all have compassion for ourselves, I will say. Then only you can remove fears.
So I hope I got the answers as well as my listeners also, right? So I, as you can see there in the social media, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे fake happiness दिखाते हैं. They are posting their daily lives, but in real they are struggling a lot. So like, what would you prefer them? Like, is it illusion or they are doing? Is it correct or they are just having an illusion? What I can say.
See, everything has its pros and cons. So much social media exposure nowadays, in a way, it's helpful that you get exposure, you get to learn a lot. However, it has a lot of side effects, and what you said is one of them. That in the race, I'll call it a mad race. Uh, we try to project ourselves what we are not. Sometimes you will see, I also see people posting, I am at Santakunj Airport, Mumbai. I am at this airport.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what purpose it does it serve? If you are at airport, you are going by flight, so what?
Yeah.
It's not a big thing nowadays. Taking flight is a routine thing, even for middle class people like us. At one time, it used to be think of the higher class people. Today, even all middle class people can take flight. They do take flight.
Yeah.
So why should I pose that I am at airport? Simple thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So it is like media, and from media, once you saw, it shows actually. I feel somewhere some hollowness in you. If you're posting me on media, you're trying to show I'm very happy. You're trying to show something which any sensible people can sense. It is fake. It's not real. You can sense it. That shows your low self-esteem, eagerness to show or project what you are not.
Yes.
That's what I feel.
Okay. So, like, they feel like it's like giving them happiness, like by posting
But
in
it hardly
social
gives.
media.
And you must have seen it is very common with top personalities, whether you call Bollywood personalities or other fields. You are sometimes impressed with their high profile life, their glamour, their pics on media. But every other day you find somebody is in uh, disappointment, somebody is in distress, somebody is mentally broken. You get news. Why so happen? If they are so happy, why we get such news? Yeah.
Yeah. Got it, sir. So here I can see, like in your book, you have mentioned like gratitude and appreciation is the two most important pillar. So can you just share like a example, personal example that you have experienced where you have shown the gratitude and appreciation?
I feel gratitude is a very underrated attribute of human beings. We most of the time we do not give much weightage to it. But gratitude is one thing which really makes you happy, which ensure your own happiness first of all. Because today we are living in the world of interdependence. We are no longer living in a world where we were depending or independent. We are dependent or independent. Today we are interdependent. What I mean is, you are dependent on me in some way, I am dependent on you some way or some other way. So interdependence, people around you, many of you, maybe in your personal life, maybe your professional life, they do good things for you. They help you. Now, how many times do you really feel gratitude? How many times do you really express your thanks for them? That's the
Yes.
question. Because when you express gratitude, first of all, it gives you the peace of mind.
Yes, yes.
Before everything else, it gives you peace of mind. And secondly, to the other person, it really encourages him. In fact, next time he will do more than it for you. I'll give example. Many times, many of us have a habit of cursing God for everything. All shortcomings. कि God तूने मुझे ये नहीं दिया, मुझे वो नहीं दिया, मेरे पड़ोसी को ये दिया है. But actually, I believe even God also says that people who are cursing like this, God also says कि तुम्हें इतना ही काफी है. तुम्हें इतना ही मिलना चाहिए. Because you are not showing gratitude for anything which you have got. मैंने आपको काफ़ी चीज़ें दी भी हैं. उसके लिए आप ग्रेटिट्यूड नहीं है. जो नहीं दिया उसके लिए आप कंप्लेंट कर रहे हो. So it's true for everybody. Gratitude is very, very important quality, I will say. And I will say, personally speaking, I like to share a very briefly incidents. Way back in 2005, when I was posted in Punjab as area manager, leading a team of salespeople. But somehow I was well settled. I was performing well. But somehow, because of merger of my organization, the whole when structural changes were there, and I had to move from one of the most developing place like Punjab to Eastern UP, one of the most backward place at that time at least. It was a big shock. I was settled with my family, my children, growing up in schools, good life, going to all the way to Eastern UP, where, you know, you didn't have even the good infrastructure of schools for children or other things, and lot of touring, rough life. But so I went with confidence, but with some reservations, of course. But when I landed there, I found people who were very helpful right from day one. Knowing my seniority, my record, and otherwise also, they extended all the help. Even my team there, my distributors, my other people who knew me, I got good help from them to settle down in that place, living alone. That phase, when you have tough phases and people help you, you should never forget. I don't forget that phase. It was only 1 year, but that really gave me more confidence to live, work in even toughest conditions, and then still perform and come out of it. So I really felt gratitude for all those things, all those people in that phase.
So now the generation is like they never gratitude for anyone. So what would you say for that? Like, is it is there they are showing some kind of a status that why we should gratitude to someone who is not in our level or he is very down. So is it mandatory that we have to follow this, or they have to change their mindset?
I will not say everybody, all generation is not same. Of course, the Gen Z, we call them, their values are different, their conditions are different, their demands are different, their pressures are different, I will say. So, but I will not accept कि सारे ही इसमें ऐसे हैं, gratitude feel नहीं करते. But yes, I will call it a mad race of life. Many times young people do not feel that, as you rightly says. But I feel somewhere, someday they do realize it. But when? That's a question mark.
Yes.
That's a question mark when.
Yes.
So the sooner they realize that gratitude, in spite of all achievements, all your strengths, all qualities, gratitude is something which will keep you grounded, which will make you humble, and which will help you move ahead in life. So that will be a message to Gen Zs also. Never forget gratitude. That's a
Yes.
in fact, as I said, that itself will give you peace of mind and happiness. Before anybody else, it will give you happiness if you have practiced gratitude.
ओके सर, जैसा आपने बताया कि हैप्पीनेस इज़ अ कॉन्शियस माइंड, राइट, चॉइस, सॉरी. तो इफ़ मेरे लिसनर्स या आपके लिसनर्स होंगे यहाँ पे, तो वो आज से स्टार्ट करना चाहेंगे, देन व्हाट विल बी द 3 बेसिक स्टेप दैट कैन चेंज देयर माइंडसेट विद इन 30 days?
Yes, I believe happiness is a conscious choice. I think every day we choose between happiness and unhappiness. Every moment we choose actually, because we are living in this world, and in this world, a lot of things keep on happening around us. Certain things will be good, certain things will not be good. Now, if our reaction to those things will depend whether we are happy or not. It's our reaction. As they say, whatever happens to a human being, more than 50% of it is actually not the action but the reaction which makes you happy or unhappy. So if you ask my advice, 3 things. Yes, first of all, live in present. As I say, mindfulness is the biggest requirement. Let us live in present. Don't live in past or future. Remember past, plan for future, but live in present. Enjoy the present things. Second, always practice positivity. Very important. You will see many people, when you meet them, you will always feel charged, happy. You want to meet them again.
Yes.
Because their words, the aura, the vibes they create are positive. On contrary, you also meet people whom you meet, you will feel इसके साथ टाइम क्यों खराब करें? You will always feel disappointed after meeting them because they will always talk negative things. They will always find faults in everything. So let us practice positivity. That is second thing. And third thing I will say is that avoid comparisons. If you want to be happy, stop comparing yourself with anybody else. Focus on your own journey in life. If three things I think one can practice, why 30 days? Even as the psychological research says, if you practice anything for 21 days, it become your habit.
Yeah.
That is psychology says.
Yes.
So 21 days is sufficient if you start practicing these three things. And you will remain with peace of mind and you will live a happy life.
Okay. So, in your book, you have also mentioned like the way of handling fear and anxiety. So, from your personal experience, which is the most effective one here to handle the fear and anxiety?
As I said, fear, as I said, is, you have to first acknowledge and then see and don't feel guilty about those fears. As a human being, we all carry fears. That is why we are human beings. We are not God.
Yes.
But then acknowledge it and find ways and means to either solve them or to replace them. Reframe the things. For example, I have given a small example. अगर कोई ऐसा काम है जो बहुत tough है, I am asked to do the job. The spontaneous reaction can be, I cannot do it. Another way is that, yes, I am not ready for it, but I can work to be able to do it. Now, the second response shows positivity and sense of commitment. You're accepting that you are not able to do it.
Yes.
But you're also, at the same time, you're also saying, giving commitment that I will work towards being able to do it. So it's how we, respond to things. That's a way to overcome fears and to be there. And second thing you said, comparison.
Yes.
Comparison is said, focus on your own journey. Don't focus what neighbor is doing. That is not your life. Focus on your own life package, as I said. You have your own life package. Let us focus on what are the opportunities in that package. What are the positive things in that package. Let us leverage them. Let us stop seeing the neighbor, what he's doing or what he's getting. That is the only way.
So, as we can see, most of the people are struggling in their life or struggling in some situation, and they'll share their story or their pain with other person. So the other persons will say that don't worry, everything will be fine. So, from your personal point of view, what will be the truly support or help we can provide them?
Well, it's a good question. It happens many times when you meet somebody, he is already having his own challenges. He's facing them. He may be suffering with them, and he seeks your support. The fact that he's expressing to you means he seeks your support. Now, in support, first of all, I think we should never show sympathy. Most of the time, we do the mistake, we show sympathy. And when you show sympathy to somebody in that situation, what happens? He feels that his feeling is right. It is more reinforced in the mind, somewhere subconscious mind. He will, in a way, start enjoying it. You may be surprised to know this. He will start enjoying with that sadistic things. So never show sympathy, rather show empathy. These are two different words,
Yes.
sympathy and empathy.
Empathy.
Let us practice empathy means you understand his viewpoint, you put yourself in his shoes, and then empathize with him or her. That is one. And second thing, then understand his situation and make him realize what are the resources he has got. Even in tougher situation, we always have something with us. Only thing is, somebody has to make him realize. जैसे हनुमान थे ना हमारे रामायण में, उनको अपनी शक्तियों का ज्ञान नहीं था.
हाँ.
उनको रियलाइज कराना पड़ता था आपके अंदर कितनी शक्तियां हैं. अपार शक्ति थी उनके अंदर. ये पुरानी कहावत भी है
जी.
हमारे इंडियन कल्चर में. Same thing is true for human beings also. So in such a situation, you have to make person realize
Remember.
what resources he has got, what strength he has got, either himself or where he can take support. And even sometimes you have to challenge his beliefs. Sometimes he may be carrying wrong beliefs out, because of that he's suffering. ऐसा भी होता है ना. And I am feeling self-pity. I am suffering because I am feeling self-pity. I am becoming a victim unnecessarily. It happens, what we call as victim mentality. विक्टिम माइंडसेट. आई डेवलप विक्टिम माइंडसेट, तो मुझे लगता है सब कुछ मेरे साथ ही हो रहा
जी
है ना.
जी.
और मैं अपने आप पे ही तरस खाने लगता हूँ. एंड दैट गिव्स इंक्रीज माई मिजरी, माई सफरिंग. सो समटाइम यू हैव टू चैलेंज दैट ऑल्सो. Challenge in a compassionate way, but you have to challenge it.
Challenge.
I think these two, three things will make that person realize what is the fact and how he can go ahead to solve that situation.
Okay. So, did you write this book out of like passion, inner passion, or you are like looking towards the professional platform? So, maybe you have some plans with this book in the future. So, we just want to hear it.
Well, frankly, to be author was never my dream. I will admit honestly. But for quite some time, maybe last 1 year, I was feeling that I have such a rich experience of nearly 4 decades in professional life. In personal life also, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather also.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 5-year-old cute granddaughter also. So
Okay.
once you pass through all these phases, you gather a lot of experiences. You're exposed to various situations in life, personal and professional. So I was always thinking, why not I share my learnings, my experiences with others, and see how everybody can live with a more of happiness. So that really encouraged me to pen down my experiences, my learnings in this book.
Okay.
And I hope the readers will take this book. And frankly, I have not done any preaching in this book. I am also a co-traveler in this life journey. There is no preaching because ज्ञान बहुत है हमारे आसपास आजकल. व्हाट्सएप पे, मीडिया में बहुत ज्ञान है. ज्ञान ओवरलोडिंग एक्चुअली ज्ञान की. तो मैंने कोई नया ज्ञान नहीं दिया इसमें. It's only certain simple things, simple experiences, instances from my observation, my own experiences I've shared to make you realize that happiness, again I say, not to be chased outside. It is all within you or around you. So I'll be very happy if people read this, are able to find their own happiness and live more happily.
Definitely, sir. So there are lots of things that we'll be gaining from your book, a knowledge about the gratitude, about our inner happiness, right? So I have a like question, kind of, maybe you have transferred someone life, like from your personal experience. So what did you gain? How was the experience? How was your it was very life changing to that person, right? So, what was your personal experience, sir? What did you gain from it?
Honestly speaking, not one, but I have many people, and while I was in role of L&D, that is training and development of people, sales people, young executives, front-end managers, not only on the domain knowledge, even in the personal aspect, I will say. For example, I'll tell you small things. Whenever I used to meet sales executive young people in their 20s or early 30s, they used to come for training. First thing I used to ask them, have you done breakfast? They used to feel surprised. No, sir, मैं breakfast नहीं करता, मैं तो सीधा lunch करता हूँ. I used to tell them, first have breakfast. I used to order, sitting there, please have breakfast, then we'll start the work. Now, it may sound very simple.
Yes.
But I wanted to inculcate habit that breakfast is a must. Medically proven, if you are not having breakfast, having straight away 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock lunch, you are ruining your health. That too when you are in 20s and 30s, young person.
Yeah.
So I used to also, although that was not part of my job, but I was always interested in people welfare. I became famous in my organization for that. Or many people, they used to have, tussle with their bosses, their reporting bosses. So with coaching, I was able to make them realize what is wrong, what is their viewpoint, what is other viewpoint. And I'm happy to say in majority of cases, there used to be a better solution. And many of the people were able to, even sometimes they used to come to me with the fear, as I said, fear of failure when they're appearing for higher role in the organization. So I used to feel happy in helping them, making them realize their strengths, helping them design their own projects for development of certain skills. And that helped many of them, rising in their careers. And although it's now 3 years over, I left my job after retirement, but many of them keep on talking to me. They are in touch. It gives a lot of satisfaction
Yes.
that I could touch somebody, I could do something good for somebody. I think that happiness is something unparalleled more than any tangible achievements.
Feels lost today in career, relationship, or in life. So, what a heartful message you can give to them, sir? In a one word, happiness in a one word. How could you define it?
I'll say it's not end of the day. It's not end of the story. One defeat or one of this suffering is not end of the day. Always have positive outlook, work on strengths, and be consistent. That only will give you peace of mind and happiness in life to go ahead.
Okay. So, this is the message that you are giving to our listeners as well as to me as well. Okay. Yogesh sir, thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. Like, I have learned that even my listeners as well, your listeners as well, see, happiness is not found in achievements, it is not found outside, it is found within us. So, we have to live and we have to exist it. So that is the main message I have learnt it. And thank you so much for giving such beautiful lesson to us and to our listeners as well.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much. I
much.
also enjoyed talking to you. Thanks a lot. I'll be very happy if readers are able to get my book and get benefit out of it to live with happiness and not to chase happiness.
एग्जैक्टली
Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच लिसनर्स आज एक छोटी सी चीज़ से शुरू कीजिए शुक्रिया कनेक्शन एंड काइंडनेस क्योंकि हैप्पीनेस कल का गोल नहीं आज का डिसीजन होता है मैं शांति कारकी मिलती हूँ नेक्स्ट एपिसोड पर